Welcome back to Design Bundo's YouTube channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Crystal, and today I'm going to show you guys how to print multiple designs on one sheet using DesignScape. So let's go ahead and dive right in. The pattern that I'm using today is this super cute one right here. It's a 10 watercolor mousse florals. It's super gorgeous. It's under the plus credit. So we're over on designbundles.net, and this is only 1 plus credit. And what's amazing is you're getting 10 patterns. So today we're going to be using them for cell phone cases, but this would be perfect for keychains, mugs, you name it. It is gorgeous. So what we're going to do today is I want to show you using DesignScape so that way we can print multiple on one page. This is perfect if you guys are using your Sawgrass. You would use this program instead of using Sawgrass Creative Studio, and it's perfect for your Epson printers. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing you want to do is click on download. Once you download that, you're going to go ahead and come over to DesignScape. We're going to click on go to DesignScape, and it's going to open right up. The next thing we want to do is go ahead and start our blank canvas. So I'm going to be printing on 8.5 by 11 sheets of paper today. So I'm going to hit File, and then I'm going to hit New. And then I'm going to go ahead and come to Print, and then we're going to choose 8.5 by 11 paper. So we're going to go ahead and hit Create, and now we have our blank canvas. The next thing that we want to do is go ahead and start to bring in our files. So if we come up to File, we're going to go to Open and Place. You're going to see our patterns pop up, and so you want to search for those under your downloads and type it out. I've already got mine pulled up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to bring them in one at a time. So I'm going to go ahead and start out with this super cute one right here. We're going to click on it and hit Upload. So if you actually hold down this shift button on your laptop or your desktop, you're going to go ahead and hold down the shift, and then you can drag this out. This is going to keep everything in proportion. So I'm going to go ahead and size this out just a little bit where I want it. So I'm thinking something right about here. But then I'm going to kind of bring it in. I want to keep as much of this pattern that I can. So I'm going to manipulate it a little bit. So I let go of the shift, and now I'm going to drag these in. So without distorting it too much, I'm going to start to manipulate and play around with this a little. I think this looks great, so let's go ahead and bring in another one. So we're going to do the same thing. File, Open and Place. We're going to click on the next one, this super cute one here, Upload. And then we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to hold down that shift. I'm going to grab a corner here and bring it up. So I'm going to go ahead and bring it right next to this one right here. Maybe bring it back out just a smidge. And then now what I'm going to do is the same thing. I'm going to let go of that shift, and I'm going to manipulate it a little bit, making sure it doesn't distort too much. Bring it over. Now we're ready to go. Let's bring in two more. I'm going to hit File, Open and Place. And then let's bring in like this floral pattern right here. Upload. And then we're going to bring it down here. And actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit Shift. And I'm going to bring it down a little bit. And I'm actually going to, we're going to bring it here. And I'm actually going to proceed forward. So I'm going to let go of Shift. I'm going to go ahead and bring this in right about here. All right, so next let's add one more File, Open and Place. And then let's do, let me see really quick. Let's maybe do one of these ones right. Let's see, I'm trying to think really quick. I think maybe this one. We'll click on Upload, and we're going to do that exact same thing. Shift. We're going to bring it down a little bit, maybe bring it back out. All right, and then same thing. I'm going to go ahead and bring it in without distorting everything. So I think this looks great. I'm happy with it. Once you're completely happy with everything, all you're simply going to do is hit your check mark. I'm going to go to Layer, and then I'm going to go to Flatten Image. So it's flattened everything. So this is one solid design, and it's ready to go. So from here, I can actually hit PNG, or I could come right over here to File, Export As, and then click it from here. So as you guys can see, it popped right up here. So if we double click right here, you're going to see it pop open. So from here, if you had an Epson, you would just come up to File and go to Print and print it out. But what I'm going to do today is I'm actually going to exit out of this. I'm going to grab it right here from my files. I'm going to drag and drop it right into my Sawgrass Smart folder. If you guys have a Sawgrass printer, you should have a Smart folder on your desktop. So we're just going to drag and drop and it's ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and turn my mirror on because we want to print in reverse. You definitely could do that inside of DesignScape if you wanted to. But if you're using a Sawgrass, you could do it from here. So I've got my printer chose. I've got this on, this is going to go on aluminum. So I'm actually going to change this really quickly. I'm going to go ahead and choose metal, and then I've got it on tray 1. Everything looks good. I've got my paper ready to go. So now we are ready to hit print. So from here, I'm just going to print it out. All right, so now that I've showed you guys how to add multiple patterns to one sheet using DesignScape, let's go ahead and make a phone case. So we've got our designs here. What you can do is take a paper trimmer or a pair of scissors. All right, so I've got a pair of scissors. Since really we don't, we've got a big enough gap in between, we don't really need paper trimmer or anything like that. We're just simply going to go in between both of them here and trim. So I'm going to show you 2 phone cases today just to kind of show you 2 different of these patterns. They are so gorgeous, are they not? Let me bring it up close really quick so you guys can see these. Now remember that with Sublimation prints, they print it lighter, and once we press them, they're going to come more darker, but these watercolors are gorgeous, and you guys know that you're going to get a ton of them for 1 plus credit. Look at these florals here, and they're going to be perfect for phone cases, whether you're making these for a gift for yourself, selling them, making a gift for somebody's birthday. Oh, gorgeous. Okay, here we go. So you can create a whole line of phone cases just with these patterns here, and there's tons more. So let's see here. So what you can do is you can figure out with your phone case by lining it up like this or like this, just to figure out, where do I want this to land? I think we're going to do this one here. So let's start with this one. So one of the very first things that you have to do with these phone cases here, they come with 2 pieces, like so. So you got your metal that you're going to sublimate, and then once we're done, we'll pull this off and we will be able to adhere it to the phone case. Lots of different styles, brands. You could get these all over the place. Amazon will have some link down below for you guys. All right, so I've already done this one here, but every single one of these have a piece of coating on them. So there's a piece of plastic coating. Hold on one second, cut this out. I was double checking I was recording. Okay. All right, so this plastic coating right here, you just kind of scrape at it with a corner. You could just take your fingernails. You could take your weeding tool. You just don't want to scratch up your blank here. So once you get it going, it's super duper easy. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and come in with this. I'm just going to get my weeding tool here to kind of get it started here. So see how I just got a corner there? So once you get a corner going, it's super easy. So just peel this off. Every single one has one. So if you press yours and something's a little weird with it, you probably left this on. So every single one of these has a coating. Just keep picking at it. You'll be able to tell. Once again, you could take a little weeding tool and pick at it. Next thing you want to do is we're going to use this one first. We're going to take a lint-free cloth and just clean that. Make sure you didn't get any debris or fingerprints. So what I want to do here is I'm going to take my design and we're going to line this up. So we are going to line this up nice and even, just like so. I'm going to take my heat tape here. I'm using Cricut heat tape. And we're just going to tape it down. Now, before I got started with this in DesignScape, I could have measured these blanks so I know exactly how big I need them to be, so I can make sure they were super precise. Gave myself about 1/4 inch all over for my bleed line. All right, so there you go. Perfect. All right, so this one is ready to go. So what we're going to do is I need to take my Cricut heat pad here. So I've got this one here. I use this one all the time for my sublimation. It's pretty gunked up, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of parchment paper. I'm going to fold it in half like a taco, like so. These are baking sheets. I'll have them linked down below for you guys. They're awesome because you get like, I think it's like either $250 or $500 in a bundle, and it'll last you forever. Okay, so what we're going to do here is I've got my Cricut Easy Press. We're using that today. You can use your bigger heat press, and then you could press all of these at one time. I wouldn't have even had to cut it down. I could have done them all on one sheet. So that's what's really awesome. I could do 4 phone cases per 8.5 by 11 sheet, depending on the size of the phone case. And I could do that with my big heat press or my bigger Cricut Easy Press, but I'm using the smaller one today. I just want to show you guys you're able to do those things with your Cricut Easy Press. 400 degrees, 60 seconds. We're going to place it in here with our blank down, and then we've got our paper up. So just like so, all right? So just like that. And then I'm going to press right on top. You definitely want to, we're going to hit go. Keep nice, medium, firm pressure for this. You definitely want to make sure you use parchment paper or blowout paper or something on top to protect your press just in case any of those inks bleed through. This is whether you're using the Cricut Easy Press or your big heat press. All right, so we are done here. We're gonna go ahead and peel this up just like so. And then we're gonna go ahead, I'm gonna take some heat gloves here. I'm using these ones. These ones are from Wear Memory Keepers. I'll have them linked down below. There's definitely other ones on Amazon. So these are super affordable, maybe $7, but I highly recommend you use them because these things do get 400 degrees. So I would not recommend touching these without them, or just let it stay here, completely cool down, and then come back here in a bit. All right, so we are ready to go. What we're gonna do is we're just going to peel this right up. And how gorgeous is this phone case? So absolutely love the way that this came out. So I definitely would have made my square just a little bit bigger because you could see I didn't give myself a bleed line, which is that 1/4 of an inch. So I've got a little bit of a line on top and bottom, but you can't really tell too much with this design. But look how gorgeous this is. Once we press that design, you can see those colors. Let me get this to where it'll cool down. If you put this on your granite countertop, it's gonna cool down faster. So let me show you those colors here. Let me give it another second or so on my countertop. All right, so you guys can see those colors. Once you press it, how much more vibrant they're gonna come. That color is going to change once you press it. This is gorgeous, absolutely love it. All right, so let's put together our phone case. So we're gonna move this out of our way here really quickly. So the next step that you need to do is, this little back right here has this little sticky coating. All you simply need to do is you could take your weeding tool here in a corner. Once again, just get that corner started. You definitely want to keep your hands off of any of the sticky adhesive because once you get oils, it's going to be prone to peel. This phone case will outlast itself, so once you press it, it's going to be perfect. So what you're going to do is you're just going to line it up. So I don't have it all the way down. I'm just kind of lining up. It fits in here like a glove, so you're just going to pop it in like so. And I mean, how adorable is this? Absolutely gorgeous. Now inside of DesignScape, you could actually bring in some fonts and things like that. We could have done a monogram on here and that would have just made it so much better. Maybe add somebody's name right down here or a little small print here would have been gorgeous as well. So tons of different ideas with these and it's ready to go. Once again, you could sell this or gift it or make them for yourself. So if you guys are wondering, can we sublimate with our smaller Cricut Easy Press? And the answer is yes. But if you use your bigger heat presses, you could do multiple. Say, for example, I did 11 by 17. I could press that with a big press. So many phone cases. So your production time is going to go so much faster using a bigger heat press because I can do so many at one time. But if this is something that you guys are just doing on the side, this is going to be perfect. And it would even be perfect for a small business to get started. So definitely recommend. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please hit the like button down below and subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next one.